A lot of modern pop songs don't have guitar parts, so in this lesson I'm going to show you a couple ways you can create one. The song that we're going to use in today's lesson is going to be Dua Lipa's Levitating. This is in the key of B minor, and basically it's B minor to an F sharp minor 7 to an E minor 7. It's just basically those three chords, and this tune actually does have a guitar part in the pre-chorus and chorus, but there is nothing really happening on a guitar in the verse, and that is what we're going to come up with some stuff for. Before we get started, let's just listen to the verse on this song without guitar.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life.
So it's actually a pretty funky tune, but no guitar happening in this verse. Now the goal here is not to create a very prominent part and just cover up, what's already there. If they wanted a really prominent guitar part here, it would be on the track already probably. So we're just going to create something very, very simple just to kind of lay in the background and grooves, just sit kind of in the pocket. Okay, now in these situations, especially on a minor type of groove like this, a lot of times I will just play a muted picking part. And usually I want to play a part that kind of just is very simple, maybe just the 5th, flat 7, and root of the chord. These three notes work very, very well in these situations. And I want to play one part that's going to work through all those chords. So I just created a very simple palm muted picking line that's just going to sit in the pocket and not get in the way of anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. And that's it. Again, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Just like that. You don't need to play it very hard. You just want to kind of sit back. All right, now here's what that's going to sound like with the tune.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time.
So now we have something to play on this part of the tune. It's not getting in the way of anything. It's not covering up the vocal. It works with the existing groove, and that's the point. So, these little muted picking lines are great for this. And usually this is my go-to thing, when there's not a guitar part in these pop tunes. Okay, so just try different things. The root, the flat 7, the flat 3rd, the 5th. These are all great note choices for these single note picking lines, especially on minor chords. If you got a major chord, throw in the major 3rd in there. And you really don't need to play a lot of notes either. You don't need to fill up every 16th note. Leave some space. Just play a couple notes sometimes, Something like this can be a part. Another great thing that you can use when you don't have an existing guitar part, but you don't want it to be too prominent, is just use really light intervals of 3rds or 4ths to follow the changes. I'm going to demonstrate that right now.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time.
Now all I did here is just play really lightly on the top 2 strings of our chords. So I'm thinking B minor here, just play the top 2 strings, some dead notes, and then just hit the top 2 strings, our B together with our D, the root and flat 3rd, and that's enough to kind of give us the vibe of the chord. Did the same rhythm down on the F sharp minor. And then to the E minor 7, I went back to the original shape because now this is the 5th and flat 7 of E minor 7. So it's kind of nice if you can use some of these same shapes, some of these same sounds through different chords. So using these intervals of 3rds like this and also 4ths can be really great devices to use to create a very simple part. Doesn't need to be prominent, when you don't need a big, huge strummed rhythm part, because a lot of times people want to save that for the chorus, for the hook of the song. Okay, so try these out. Make sure you learn these intervals of 3rds and 4ths, seeing them both as parts of your chord shapes, but also horizontally on all string pairs.